Hello and welcome to Cricket Happenings, dear friends and subscribers. This is your host Ram welcoming you to your daily edition of this particular cricket show. Well, on this particular cricket show, I'll be talking about the 30-second match that happened between Rajasthan Royals and Delhi Daredevils in the Indian Premier League 2018. It was the 30-second match, and Delhi Daredevils were the victors, but definitely they won by the Duckworth Lewis method. But let me tell you, it was a real close game because Delhi Daredevils had racked up 196 for 6, but after that, Rajasthan Royals were given a revised target by the Duckworth Lewis method due to rain, and they were given a target of 151, but they really made a real fist of it till the end. And finally, by the Duckworth Lewis method, they were required to get 151 runs for victory. They ended up 4 runs short, and Delhi Daredevils were the victors. So Rajasthan Royals losing that match. And also, the other thing that I would be looking at in this particular cricket show is that Justin Langer, the former left-handed opener of Australia, as we all know, it was the tried and trusted opening partnership of Justin Langer and Matthew Hayden, which put up some big partnerships for Australia and was also sort of a success story as well. So Justin Langer is one of those pairs, and Justin Langer is a person from Western Australia, and he is the one who would be taking up the mantle from the now, as you know, Darren Lehman, the coach, resigned after that episode that happened in South Africa, and Justin Langer has been named as the new coach of the Australian cricket team. So that's one thing I wanted to share. But definitely, the focus would be on the game between Delhi Daredevils and Rajasthan Royals. So just talking about this particular game, Rajasthan Royals were the ones who actually won the toss, and they decided to put Delhi Daredevils into bat first. Well, Delhi Daredevils, Prithvi Shaw, as we know, is a very short in stature, but what he does best, and let me tell you, the start for Delhi Daredevils was really, really pathetic. And Colin Munro, who has definitely not been able to reproduce the form that he has shown for his New Zealand, for his country, he really, really failed. It was Dhaval Kulkarni getting his wicket by forcing Munro into a big shot, and Munro was caught by Butler for naught. So that was a big victory because Munro was a dangerous batsman every time, as the captain Shreyas Iyer had to walk in. Well, Shreyas Iyer walked in. Prithvi Shaw is someone who is very short in stature. He's the Under-19 World Cup captain, as you know, for India. And what is good about him is, even though he's short in stature, he's not afraid to play strokes. You won't find any aggression in his batsmanship, but the way he actually caresses the ball, that is something, the finer part of it. So Prithvi Shaw got into that, and in fact, I have to say that if you look at his innings, look at the innings of Prithvi Shaw. I mean, he has been very consistent in this IPL, and he has not been really banging the ball. He has not been really hitting the ball hard, but merely caressing the ball. And that's what he has precisely been doing. He has been driving well, cutting well, pulling well, and look at the result. I mean, he partnered with Shreyas Iyer, and Shreyas Iyer and Prithvi Shaw caned the Rajasthan Royals bowlers, especially Jofra Archer, Dhaval Kulkarni, and also the off-spinner Gautam was sent for some soaring sixes by Prithvi Shaw, who was on twinkling feet when Gautam was bowling to him. And Prithvi Shaw was the aggressor, no doubt about it. But and also at the other end, it was Shreyas Iyer who was taking it a bit easy. He was trying to allow Prithvi Shaw to play his strokes. But when his time came, he too opened up. So while that was going on, Prithvi Shaw, as I said, was playing a wonderful innings, and he had carved 47 of 25 balls with 4 fours and 4 sixes when the leggy Shreyas Gopal picked up his wicket. But a 73-run partnership there in very quick time after losing Munro with the score on 1. So that really tells you that in 6 overs, it was 74 runs. So you could just imagine the tempo of scoring was almost at 12 runs per over. And then Prithvi Shaw left the scene, caught and bowled by Shreyas Gopal for 47. Shreyas Iyer was at the crease just waiting, but Shreyas Iyer was joined in by Rishabh Pant, and there started some real fireworks, because not only Rishabh Pant was one who was in a real punitive mood today, and he was not sparing any bowler, and he knew only one way to play, and that was to hit the leather out of the ball, and his big hits are quite known. As you know, he's the one who holds the record for the fastest first class century in domestic cricket in India, and also he holds the record for the fastest century in T20 cricket as well. So that's a phenomenal achievement. He holds the record in India, and so far when I've seen that Rishabh Pant has always come to the party for the Delhi Daredevils, and that was precisely the case. And in today, as I said, he was in punitive mood. It did not matter who was bowling. He was really, and he targeted Ben Stokes. Ben Stokes also hit him on his rib cage, because he normally has the fallibility of falling over on the offside, and he's a bit weak on that particular side where you can bowl the ball on the offside, get a lifter on him, and he's predominantly trying to play the strokes on the onside, and he definitely hit that. He was not really perturbed by that. He continued his stroke making. He went after everybody, Javed Unadkat, Archer, Kulkarni, and everybody got slammed for runs when Rishabh Pant was there. Shreyas Iyer was also joining in the fun by slamming boundaries and sixes, and as this partnership was rattling along very nicely, and it had added a very useful 92 runs in 7 overs. So this was something which was much better than what Shaw and Shreyas Iyer put up. Now it was Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant, and it was real hitting. I mean, Rishabh Pant was drilling the ball through the covers of the bowlers. He was playing his pull shots, he was playing his ramp shots, and also he had the improvisation where he could actually get the ball, which is pitched on the off and middle stump, onto the onside for sixes, with some tremendous power in his wrist. As that was going on, the partnership was really blossoming, and at that time Shreyas Iyer's wicket was taken by Unadkat for 50 of 35 deliveries, 3 fours and 3 sixes. Maxwell failed to the bat once again. He was LBW bowled Archer for 5 of as many balls. Vijay Shankar's contribution was 17 of 6 balls, 2 fours and 1 6. But before that, Pant had really done the damage, as he really tore into the Rajasthan Royals bowlers to slam 69 runs of just 29 deliveries, which included 7 fours and 5 sixes. A marvellous effort from Rishabh Pant, and he really pinched the Rajasthan Royals bowlers to all parts of the field. Plunkett was not out on 1, and thanks to Rishabh Pant, the Delhi Daredevils were placed in a very pretty manner at 196 for 6, as rain came in and play had to be called off, with the score for the Delhi Daredevils at 196 for 6. So that was a run rate of 11.41. Definitely a very good run rate. Now, if you look at the bowling from the Rajasthan Royals bowlers, every bowler got slammed. Dhaval Kulkarni, 3 overs, disappearing for 37 runs with 1 wicket. Jofra Archer could not get a handle, 3.1 overs, no maiden, 1 for 31. Gautam got slammed for 27 runs of his 2 overs that he bowled. Javed Unadkat, 4 overs, 3 for 46. Shreyas Gopal, 2 overs, 1 for 26. Not a single bowler was spared. 3 overs for 28 for Ben Stokes. And because of rain, it so happened that Rajasthan Royals were given a revised target by the Duckworth Lewis method, and that was to get 151 runs in 12 overs. Definitely a stiff task. It's much more than what they wanted. They wanted 11 points, but now the run rate was spiraling over 12. So basically, they needed something more than 12, 12.16. And let's see what really happened. So DRC shot, Rajasthan Royals definitely played their cards very well. They knew whom to send, and this was the first time one was seeing Josh Butler coming in as an opener with the 12 runs required. And it was a great move, I thought, by the Rajasthan Royals captain Ajinkya Rahane, as he got Josh Butler and DRC shot, the best hitters, to actually come in and open the innings, and they really gave real headaches to the Delhi Daredevils bowlers. as runs were just cascading from the blade. DRC shot was definitely kept quiet when the spinners were on, but as far as pace was concerned, it was easy meat for him. And Shahbaz Nadeem bowled 1 over and went for 13. But Josh Butler was absolutely playing in the way that Rishabh Pant played for Delhi Daredevils, and that is to hit the ball out of the park and also to all parts of the field with boundaries. And he was looking very menacing, Josh Butler. DRC shot to a certain extent was controllable because spin was not his forte. He could not get a handle against spin, but Josh Butler was the man who was rattling along. And what a knock from Josh Butler. I mean, look at that. I mean, he was hitting the balls like as if he was playing tennis ball cricket. Avesh Khan was really given a real hiding by Josh Butler, as he really tore him apart by getting the maximum number of runs out of Avesh Khan, as his 2 overs was slammed for 36 runs. Plunkett got a bit of beating as well. Trent Bolt got a beating. And no, again, there were no bowlers spared. It was just plain hitting by Josh Butler, and Josh Butler was rattling along, and the score had reached 82 for the first wicket in 40 balls. You could just imagine at the rate at which the Rajasthan Royals openers DRC shot and Butler were going, thanks to Butler. And out of the 82 runs, the lion's share was scored by Josh Butler, who had 67 on his name of just 26 deliveries, which included 4 fours and 7 spanking sixes. And finally, it was Amit Mishra who actually, stopped the bleeding of runs as he got Josh Butler stumped by Pant behind the wickets. What a knock from Butler. And one was only thinking that whether Butler should be opening the innings for Rajasthan Royals from here on in every match, because he was very successful when he was representing Mumbai Indians, as we all know. So that is a sort of a real big question now. DRC shot was there at the wicket, but now the problem, Samson came in, and Samson and Stokes to come. One thought that, DRC shot and Butler had really set a sound platform there. It was only a matter of Samson and Stokes really getting going, but unfortunately that was not the case. Bolt actually gave them, according to me, that was the turning point, because Bolt was the one who really hit them very hard when he picked up 2 wickets pretty quickly. First, he disposed of Sanju Samson by getting him caught by Munro for 3 or 5 deliveries, and Ben Stokes was into the pavilion, caught Shankar bowled for 1, which now the score read 100 for 3 in the 9th over, and now there were only 3 more overs left, and it was a stiff task. 52 runs to get. A DRC shot was the hope, as he was there, and as the big hitter Tripathi joined. But look at this. Tripathi contributed 9 of 8 balls with 1 4, and he was run out. And that made the score 141 for 5 in the 11.4 overs. But from 118, at the score of 118, 100 for 3, the score reached 118 after Glenn Maxwell was hit for 3 sixes in that over, which he bowled to DRC shot, and Maxwell had the better of him as he picked up his wicket, and DRC shot has been found wanting against spin, and Shreyas Iyer had no option but to press in Maxwell, and Maxwell obliged, but not before DRC shot hit him for 3 sixes. So DRC shot was gone, 44 of 25 balls, 2 fours and 4 sixes, and then at that time the score 9.4 overs, they were 118, and still there was a lot of runs required, and Gautam was still there, and Gautam, he went after the bowling, and he hit an unbeaten 18 of 6 balls with 2 fours and 1 6, but the problem was that they had to get too much of runs. 10th over, DRC shot left, and there were only 2 overs left, and they needed 34 runs, but Gautam did his bit, collected 18, but not more than that, and that was all over. And finally Delhi Daredevils were the victors with the Duckworth Lewis method. But what a match we had, what a chase we had here, with Rajasthan Royals making a real fist of it at 146 for 5, thanks to Butler, who really gave them the real tempo, and then Bolt actually bolted the door for them over there in the middle, when he picked up the wicket of Samson and Stokes in quick succession. Well, as far as the bowling was concerned, Shabazz Nadeem, 1 over, none for 13, was a similar story to what the Rajasthan Royals bowlers faced. So similar story. Trent bowled 3 overs, 2 for 26, was the best among them. Avesh Khan was 2 overs, were costing 36 runs on no wicket. Plunkett got hammered for 37 runs of his 3 overs. Amit Mishra was another one who bowled with a semblance of respectability. 2 overs, no maiden, 1 for 12. And Glenn Maxwell had 21 runs taken by DRC shot, but the good thing was that Glenn Maxwell dismissed DRC shot in the same over. And the man of the match, there were absolutely no prizes for guessing. The winning team, Rishabh Pant, was given the man of the match. What a knock from Rishabh Pant to get the Delhi Daredevils to 196. Well, so this is as far as this particular match is concerned. So tomorrow's match, which is coming up, we'll have a sneak peek at what's coming up tomorrow. I reckon there is some which is coming up between Royal Challengers. I'm just going to have a look at my diary here before I say, and let me just talk about the news that the former Australian left-handed opener and Western Australian coach Justin Langer is the successor who has been named as the Australia's head coach, replacing Darren Lehmann, who resigned after the South African tour after that very unfortunate episode that took place as far as ball tampering was concerned. Now, the match which is coming up, KKR are taking on the Chennai Super Kings tomorrow. What a match that is going to be. And the other, as far as other cricket news is concerned, well, the other day, yesterday we were talking about the ICC Test rankings. Today, the number 1 ODI rankings were announced, and England are the ones who are on the top of the ODI rankings, and second is India. Australia are placed at 7th, I reckon, but Bangladesh have done a good thing. They have pushed Sri Lanka and West Indies beneath them, and they are doing well in ODIs as well. As far as other cricket news is concerned, Sri Lanka are having a lot of injury problems as far as their match against Pakistan, I suppose. So Karunaratne is out with an injury. Another news coming again from Sri Lanka. Lasith Malinga, one knows what a sort of a prime bowler he has been for Sri Lanka over the years, and now one knows he's over the hill. And Lasith Malinga has been told by the Sri Lankan cricket committee that he needs to play. He has to play. He has missed his domestic one-dayers. As you know, he's a mentor, I think, for Mumbai Indians, and now he has to. They want him to play a few matches in the domestic scene for Sri Lanka to even consider him. So that is one thing. And one would know Ronsford Beaton is a pace bowler, is a tall pace bowler, and I was really impressed when I saw him bowling against New Zealand in New Zealand. He has lots of pace in him. One has seen him in the CPL, the Caribbean Premier League. Very unfortunately, the West Indian pacer Ronsford Beaton has been suspended for illegal bowling action. Well, dear fans and subscribers, and also there is an offer from Pakistan to New Zealand to come and play in Pakistan. Now that is still left to choice. It's still not. New Zealand have still not taken a decision on that. They probably will. They are probably pondering over it, and so probably some discussions will be there before they decide that they can go and play in Pakistan. So these are the news that I wanted to talk about. Well, always a pleasure bringing you this daily cricket show of mine. Thanks for your cooperation as always, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next Cricket Happening show, which will be coming tomorrow. It's good night from Ram Studios. Thank you.